I couldn't, I wouldn't, I mustn't, I shan't.
You shan't?
I shan't. Would you throw your life away on that worthless villain, May?
Well now, Lady Emma, my first husband, Wilhelm, got himself hanged for thievery. And my second husband, Gilbert, took up with the wench half his age, so I cut him down to size. But if I got a chance to toss myself at another fellow, I'd do it sure as we're standing here. It's 1340. A lady's got to have a husband, or it's off to the nunnery with you.
You're not in the nunnery.
Or you can become maid to an independent, stubborn young lass who's going to get herself into such trouble she'll never dig her way out.
I don't care. I shan't marry Sir Cuthbert Cleaver. He's a consistently catty conspirator, corrupted by a cancerous quest for cash.
I see your point, ma'am, but he and your mother have reached an agreement.
The law says that no agreement can be in place without the consent of the parties involved. I'm one of the parties, but I shan't be involved.
Lady Emma, should you not wed Sir Cuthbert Cleaver, the cantankerous coup, your dear mother stands to lose all property left by your late lamented father.
Cleaver can't take a square inch should I refuse him.
But you forget Sir Cuthbert Cleaver is the king's tax collector. I overheard him tell your sainted mother, should you not wed him, he will tax her property until there is not weed she can call her own.
Why, the wretch! That lily-livered lout has pulled the wool over my mother's eyes. What am I to do?
I'm afraid you must wed the wretch.
I'll retch and retch and retch 1,000 times should I wed the wretch.
He may come to grow on you.
Like a wart, a fungus, the plague?
Your mind is truly made up.
I'll never wed till it be for love.
And what would a girl know about love?
I know enough to know that your heart skips a beat when you hear his name, or see a flower the color of his eyes, or hear a bird sing as sweetly as he whistles.
Lady Emma, have you got a fever?
No, of course not.
Oh my, oh dear.
What? What is it?
You have fallen in love with someone.
Oh, psh. That is positively preposterous.
That explains the twinkle in your eye. I thought you were just constipated. But now I see the truth. Who is it, milady?
'Tis no one.
If I can see it, the world will be able to see your state before too long.
Then let it. I shan't care.
'Tis good, for just over the ridge, Sir Cuthbert Cleaver comes with your weeping mother.
Oh no, they've caught up to us.
They're on horseback.
But where can we hide?
I thought you said you didn't care if the world knew of your feelings.
Do you have to take everything so literally? What's that place yonder? Perhaps we can hide there.
The Abbey of the Little Sisters of St. Me?
I've never heard of them before.
They're a rather distilled group.
Ha ha! Then come, we shall beg patiently.
Everyone off! Get off! Off with you!
Where are we?
How's the horse? Dead!
The poor beast.
Aye, now we'll have to ride Rick here on the way back. Me, it's her that's been the trouble. She can pull us in the cart.
Me? A lady?
We don't find that daughter of yours soon and you'll be a lady no more. You'll have to beg on the streets and root for roots just to stay alive.
You wouldn't dare.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
You horrible men.
Shut up! Feeling better?
Just had to get that out of my system, you slimy salamander.
You got no custom clothes Christian play like that.
Nick, as long as people call me rich, I don't mind what adjectives they attach.
Rich with them as dowry.
A delightfully decadent dowry.
Her father was overly generous. Half the land, half the manor, and plenty of serfs.
Surfs and turf. Yes, but first we must find your darling Emma.
My baby, my precious baby, fled in distress.
She didn't flee in distress. She was wearing one of her own.
A mother's worst nightmare. Best suffered in silence.
Now, milady, if we don't find that daughter of yours soon, you'll be a lady no more. Now tell us which way your offspring sprang off. There must be a friend, a relative, a cabin she once visited as a child.
I've never been down this road before, my lord.
'Tis the road less traveled, and the air is filled with frost.
My poor baby, cold, alone. I'm afraid there's nothing around here but that.
What is that? Looks shabby and tumble down. Ah, 'tis the Abbey of the Little Sisters of St. Mede. 'Tis good we stopped, for I have business with them.
I know not.
But it's worth a look.
Lady Emma would never stay there. 'Tis in need of great repair.
So's her life. Now come, we shall see whether my blithely begone bride barricades herself beyond.
Sir Cleaver, Sir Cleaver! Who are you, babe?
Unworthy tailor, Norman by name. And what do you want with me, Tailor Norman?
Your wedding coat is done.
Oh, Emma's present to you.
Ah, then she can't despise me too much. Let me try it on.
It is made from the finest velvet and silks from the Far East.
You fool! I can't get married in this!
It appears a few alterations are in order.
Make them right, or the few alterations on you.
I have no time for this.
But your lordship, the jacket must be done for tomorrow.
The jacket's no good without a bride.
A bride! How I long for a bride.
You, Chickenheart, long for a life.
Be gone!
But I must know how long your arms are. Oh my, extra long.
Now, Nick, lead on to yonder shelter.
Emma, we're coming, baby. We're coming.
Silence! We want to surprise you.
All right, girls, let's do this.
Reverend Mother?
Matilda, how many times do I have to tell you that my name is Marge? Marge? Or is that concept too large to fit under your wimple?
I know, it's just, we're a contemplative order that gives you the respect our Mother Abbess deserves. I don't feel right about not giving you due respect.
You want to talk about who deserves respect around here? Ha!
Give it a rest, Krusty.
Mother Marge, Sister Crustacea shares the name with the longest sacred tradition. Her namesake, Saint Crustacea, is responsible for baking the holy buns of Belgium.
I know the story. She burned them and then they used them as weapons to defeat the invading barbarians. I'm no dummy, you know.
I'm the dummy.
Now, Sister Daphne, you're no dummy.
It's just that the vapors from distilling all the mead have lightened your head.
Leave it to Sister Petronilla to give us a scientific explanation.
Can we get back on track?
I've got liver and guts pies baking for lunch. We wouldn't want them to burn. They're my favorite.
Where were we?
Right here, Reverend Mother. I mean, Marge?
So, what's your gripe?
'Tis no gripe, really, just a matter of clarification. Your speech patterns are quite unorthodox. We don't understand some of your words, let alone your new context, and we wonder whence they come.
You got me.
You? Got me? Whatever does that mean?
I believe this all has to do with last Friday night. If you recall, a bright light seemed to hover over the Abbey for about 5 minutes. Then a beam of light descended into one of the rooms. Your room, Reverend Marge?
Yeah, so?
Do you recall that beam of light?
Look, I was sawing Z's.
Sawing what?
She was sleeping.
Snoring. I can hear you snoring.
Button it, Toots. I do not snore.
Yes, Reverend Marge.
So, Sister Petronella, you believe that a light descended upon Mother Abbess and distorted her linguistic pattern?
She was speaking the Queen's English that evening.
King's English. We have a king right now.
Oh dear. And I did so like Bloody Mary. Anyways, then, by the next morning, Mother Abbess was speaking gibberish.
Look, it's cool to me.
It's not cool. It's hot as hell in here. Well, it is.
Look, so a bright light came down and zapped me.
Zapped.
Yeah, what are you gonna do about it?
I believe a doctor must be called in.
I don't want any quack pawing over me.
I said a doctor, not a duck.
I know. Look, there's nothing wrong with me. I feel tip-top. I got the world bat's tail.
Perhaps this is all archaic mumbo-jumbo from ancient times.
Or maybe she's possessed.
You mean the devil's making me do it? What's the matter? Cat got your tongues?
Perhaps we should just proceed with our chapter business.
Are you sure? You don't want to get rocks and throw them at me, do you?
Your wish is our command, Mother Abbess.
Can it, Krusty? Now, we've got important business to attend to. As you can see, the numbers here at the Abbey of Little St. Mead have fallen to record lows.
Just 6 of us left.
1 6-pack of fun. Woo! But anyways, I've got to a surprise for you ladies.
Did the surprise come with a light too?
No, smarty pants. I've got a couple new recruits. Come on in, girls.
Welcome to the Abbey of St. Mead.
How wonderful.
I'll have help copying manuscripts, and I'll get help in the distillery.
So where am I supposed to come up with 2 more liver and guts pies?
Let me introduce Sister May Ole and Sister Hillendale. They're from, what was that again, ladies?
St. Bertie's in Begonia.
St. Bertie? I've never heard of him.
'Tis a she.
Was she a martyr?
Yes.
Which is it, ladies?
Well, St. Bertie was also known as the bird woman of...
Alakazam. She felt it was her duty to take care of all of the pigeons and the kingdom of King...
Gaffalot. But the king didn't like the pigeons, so he ordered them all caught and taken away.
By boat, far across the sea. St. Bertie went along to take care of the pigeons, but the moment they landed on the island of...
Mo-boo-boo. The pigeons all flew back to the kingdom of Alakazam because they were homing pigeons.
But poor St. Bertie couldn't fly back. And since the island had no food or water, poor St. Bertie
Croaked.
She didn't turn into a frog.
She died and became the patron saint of pigeons.
What a lovely story.
I'll think of it when I bake the next pigeon pie.
Sisters Helen and May want to shack up here for a couple weeks.
Shack up? Whatever can that mean?
We'd like to hide. I mean, stay in the Abbey.
Of course, we will do whatever work is necessary.
Although working is not one of our vows. In fact, we at St. Bertie's take a vow of rest.
Some of us did anyways.
I want to rest. I want to sleep a whole night through without being awakened by prayers.
Sleeping till it's 5 o'clock in the morning, what a treat!
Early to bed, early to rise.
Makes a nun healthy, wealthy, and wise.
But we're not wealthy.
Well, 2 out of the 3 ain't bad.
So, Sister Helen and May, do you have any special talents you can use here at St. Mead?
I am a superb seamstress, a captivating cook, a bountiful baker, and a gracious gardener, sisters.
And you, Sister Helen?
I'm a novice painter.
Whoa. You better learn a few things from Sister May, Sister Helen. I'm putting you on bread and water duty till you can bake a loaf of bread, grow a bean plant, and sew a dress.
Look, lady.
Oh, no, she didn't.
Sorry. We're a progressive order. Please, Reverend Mother, it may take years to develop those talents.
We're in for life, so what's the rush?
Life?
Your calling isn't a weekend outing, Sister Helen.
Who's calling? I don't hear anyone.
God is calling. You are committed for life.
Well, at St. Bertie's, we take things one day at a time. It's easier for our younger and more foolish sisters to understand.
How wise you are at St. Bertie's.
Oh, so they're wise? Flip it over there, Toots. See if I can.
I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. Perhaps we should get on with our chapter business.
A point for Agatha. Now, concerning financial matters, we're broke.
Broke? How can we be broke?
Our meat is selling.
Like hotcakes, I know.
Hotcakes? When the heaven's name is a hotcake?
Believe me, hotcakes have nothing to do with heaven.
Please, Reverend March, explain to us why we're broke.
Well, the meat has been selling very well. But you know that leak that used to be about right here?
I'm so glad it's fixed. I hated sitting here rainy days.
Yeah, well, that thing cost us 1,000 clams to patch up.
Clams? We paid in clams?
Money, pounds, to speak your jive.
Oh dear, 1,000 pounds?
And to make matters worse, Sir Cleaver has raised our taxes.
You pay taxes?
At St. Bertie's, we never paid taxes.
This is a religious institution, isn't it?
If it isn't, we've been behaving for nothing.
This is a religious institution. But the charter from the king is missing, and since we don't have that charter, Sir Cleaver charges us by the yard.
I told you he was despicable, May.
You know this man?
Not as little as I would like.
Well, then maybe you could intercede on our behalf?
Oh, sisters, if Sir Cuthbert Cleaver finds out I'm here, he'll see to it that your doors are closed and you're out in the streets before you can say your morning prayers.
I don't want to be out in the streets. It's scary out there.
Now, Sister Daphne, we just won't tell anyone Sister Helen is here.
Suspicious if you ask me.
Nobody did, Krusty, so shut your yak.
Mother Abbess, I do not have a yak.
Marge, do you have any idea what you can do to raise money to keep the Abbey going?
You mean what we can do?
Of course, we will do everything in our power to help, Reverend Mother.
Thank you, sisters, but I'm at loss for ideas. I have no idea what we can even do to bring in 100 extra pounds.
More cream, more cookies, more cakes.
She means money, Sister Daphne.
Oh, the other kind of pounds are more fun to put on.
I'm afraid if we don't think of anything, we're gonna have to turn the Abbey over to Sir Cleaver in payment of our taxes.
No, you mustn't. He's a money-grabbing, miserly, mischievously monstrous, not to mention malnourished, miscreant.
My dear, if you don't mind my saying so, you sound like a woman scorned.
Hell hath no fury.
Oh, Helen just feels very strongly about justice. Don't you, Sister Helen?
If that man came knocking on the door right now, I'd give him a piece of my mind.
Crustacia? Who could that be? Get rid of him.
Oh dear. Don't we welcome the poor, the starving, the lame, the weak?
Only from 9 to 5. At St. Bertie's, were you open longer than that?
7 to 11.
7-Eleven, how catchy.
Personally, I think we ought to be open 24 hours a day.
An all-night Abbey? That could be a real happening place.
Real happening?
What do you mean you're not open?
You're open when Cover Cleaver says you're open. Got that?
What bit you in the butt, Cleaver?
Is this Mother Margareta? The same Mother Margareta that speaks only the Queen's English and meditates in Latin and Greek?
King English. We have a king right now.
Don't interrupt.
What happened to Mary?
I'm afraid she's referred to as Bloody Mary now.
Must have lost her head over something.
Can we keep our puns to ourselves? Now, what brings your carcass to St. Mead's?
I just want to see my future estate.
Oh, please don't throw us out in the streets.
Stifle it, Daphne.
So I see you've been discussing your plight. I take it you don't have the money you owe me?
You know we don't, and you know we shouldn't have to owe a single cent to you.
We do the Lord's work here. Would you tax the Lord himself?
Ladies, didn't the Lord himself say, render unto Cuthbert the things that are Cuthbert's?
You got us there, Toots. But that's as far as you'll get. What's the deadline for the taxes?
Midnight tomorrow, right, Nick?
I thought it was noon tomorrow.
I can afford to be generous.
Midnight tomorrow? That's not enough time for me to ride a fast horse to the bank and beg for a loan.
Sister Helen, can you make no plea to this man?
You know him, don't you?
Surely he must see the folly in his way.
A way so treacherous, if he continues on its path, he'll end up frying hotcakes for Satan himself. And hotcakes have nothing to do with heaven.
Sir Cleaver, let us leave here.
What's the matter? Make you nervous?
Yes, I've never liked penguins.
Oh, it's not bad enough that he steals from us? His girlfriend makes fun of us?
Girlfriend, you think she and I...
Well. Now that would be funny, Sir Cleaver. She's old enough to be your sister.
Rick,
Yeah, boss?
shut up.
Sister Helen, can you do nothing?
What does it say?
The Sisters of St. Bertie's are forbidden to speak to men.
Whoa, that'll crimp your style.
Reverend Mother, what are you talking about?
How long's she been like this?
Since Friday afternoon, a bright light came down and it zapped her.
Zap? What does this mean?
It kind of speaks for itself.
Personally, I think she's possessed.
Krusty, I smell your pies burning.
Oh, Dad, it's pie!
So, Reverend Mother, I take it you don't have the money you owe?
We don't have a pound.
Such a pity. It breaks my heart to throw a pack of nuns to the wolves.
You don't have to.
You don't need to tax St. Mead's again.
Once a year is plenty.
And if we ever find that charter, you're gonna have to pay back every single pound that you stole.
I'm shaking, I'm quaking, I'm S-C-A-R-E-D.
Oh, you wanna play Scrabble? I've got a word for you. Thank you. S-C-R-A-M.
Scrabble? Scram?
Oh, I get it. All that holy stuff didn't work, and you think if you stand up to me, you'll get your way? Well, you've got another guest coming. If I don't get that tax money by midnight tomorrow, out you go.
Really, Sir Cleaver, I've never been so embarrassed in my life.
Well, ladies, it's time to work in the garden. Let's leave Sir Cleaver here to prayer and meditation, as if it would do him any good.
I think we'll stay for a bit
Why?
to measure the windows for curtains.
Oh, okay.
You know, Nick, there's something here that just doesn't meet the eye. It just doesn't add up. It just doesn't gel. Nick, what are you doing?
Measuring the windows for curtains.
You idiot.
You say you want a measurement of the windows for curtains.
That was to get rid of them.
Oh, just gonna put them off the shelf?
I don't care about the curtains.
Greenberg paper looks very nice in here.
Nick, shut up. I don't suppose you've noticed.
Pair of tracks, both in great hurry, leading towards the door of the Abbey, a size 8 and a dainty size 6. Nope, didn't notice a thing.
It means my dear, dear dowry is somewhere in this abbey.
You mean your dear, dear Emma.
Same thing.
But you know something, boss? All these nuns look alike.
Exactly, so I've come up with a plan.
That's one thing I always like about you, Sir Cleaver. You're a man of action. You always have a plan, you always have an ace up your sleeve.
Why, thank you, Nick.
Don't mention it. So what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna have my right-hand men take the veil.
Right-hand man.
I can't imagine anyone better suited for the job.
Great, because I'm left-handed.
There you go, being literal again.
Me?
All of you.
Take the veil?
You'll look good in black.
No, please.
I beg you, no.
Boss, you can't mean it.
Upon my honor, I do.
Great, because you don't have any honor.
Boys,
Yeah, boss.
go steal habits.
Still not good habit to get into.
You'll pass yourself off as sisters.
Sisters?
Sisters.
No, please.
No, no, no.
1,000 francs strong.
You nasty, naughty maids, you'll do as I say and like it.
Norman, what are we doing here?
I feel something's amiss.
You ate too many beans for lunch.
No. Venus lady, I'm a chaffon.
Oh, Norman, not that again.
No, for a brother, you're not very supportive.
Norman, you're a tailor, not even a brave little tailor. You're the biggest Chickenheart England's ever seen. And here, she's a fine lady. She's marrying Sir Cleaver anyways. You made the wedding coat.
That's what's not right. She told me, with her eyes.
Told a chicken like he what?
Was a cry for help. Help me! Help me! Help me!
I think you're coming down with the plague.
I feel perfectly fine. I feel better than fine. I feel positively perfect.
That still doesn't explain why we're here. Lady Emma's not in a convent if she's about to get married.
But she may have taken refuge if she doesn't want to marry him. And I'm not leaving here till I find the truth.
What about all your jobs back at the shop? Oh, wait, you don't have any.
It is a slow time of the year.
It's always a slow time for Mr. Uneven Sleeves.
I thought I heard something too.
I know it's him. Sometimes when I'm in the distillery, I can hear his voice. Once I even saw him.
Saint Mead?
Yeah, he's tall and wears a hooded robe, so I can hardly see his face.
Does he ever say anything?
Keep up the good work.
Wow, that's not what I thought I heard, but...
Keep up the good work!
He was right over here.
At least 10 feet tall.
And when he spoke, the floor shook.
His eyes were glowing.
And his halo was so bright, you had to cover your eyes.
You know what I think, girls?
That Saint Mead has come to tell us something?
Yeah, you're both off your rockers.
What's a rocker?
I don't know. But you're off yours. Your trolley has jumped its track.
I don't have a trolley.
Do I? Look, St. Mead doesn't give two hoots about this place, because if he did, he wouldn't let somebody like Sir Cupper Cleaver rob us blind.
Don't be too sure about that.
That's him.
That's him.
Definitely
Yes.
him.
Are you St. Mead?
Do you see any other St. Meads lying about?
How's it hanging, dude?
It is hanging fine.
So is this a social call or business?
Sisters Helen and May,
The visitors! Do you know something about them I ought to know?
bring them to me.
Is it their time?
The time for what?
To cross over the threshold and enter the pearly gates?
Just bring them to me.
Gosh, you're so young.
Well, let's beat it before he wants us to.
What are you doing?
Shh. They think I'm the ghost of St. Mead.
You a saint?
What's the big joke? I've never done anything bad.
That's because you're a chicken. You're the biggest chicken heart on earth. You're afraid of your own shadow.
I fooled them, didn't I?
Norman, let's give Sir Clifford the coat and get out of here before you get into real trouble.
I can't abandon Lady Emma.
I'm going to get Sir Clifford the coat.
Gerald, wait.
Emma! We've got to get out of here now. Sir Cuthbert Cleaver's too clever to fool.
He's in camp just below, at the only entrance into the Abbey. He'll see anyone coming or going. Besides, if we leave here, where will we go? What will we do?
Oh, sisters, perhaps you can help me.
Yes, milady?
My dear daughter betrothed, Sir Cuthbert Cleaver, has run away, and only she knows where. Have you perchance seen her and her maid crossing the Abbey grounds?
What does your daughter look like?
A beautiful young lass with a bright smile and even brighter eyes. Alas, sadly dimmed since her betrother to Sir Cleaver.
Why then is this marriage pursued?
Sir Cleaver will take all our property if he does not get his way, for he is the king's emissary and can levy taxes against anyone he wishes. I wish he'd never laid eyes on my poor daughter, but she must wed to save her estate.
Surely there is another way.
Unless Sir Cleaver finds his way to the pearly gates by tomorrow, I think not.
Pearly gates? That man's not going to get so much as a postcard of the pearly gates.
If you ladies do see my dear daughter and her maid, pray let me know. I must convince her to do what is right.
Well, Lady Emma?
Poor mother.
She's going to be a lot poorer if Sir Cuthbert gets his way.
Which he shan't.
He shan't?
He shan't.
The only way he shan't is if he's 6 feet under.
I don't love Sir Cuthbert Cleaver any more than I love a wart on my big toe. My heart belongs to another, a completely clever and consistently creative craftsman.
Utterly beneath you.
Emma! Emma!
Ghost!
That did not go very well.
Well, say me! Glad I found you here. I have a few requests I'd like you to make to, the big guy.
Requests?
Petitions, like a new roof. I know we got that one.
Saint Mead, I've got a few prayers I'd like you to answer.
Well, my child.
It's not much, I promise. It's just my mother's been living in the same
Matilda, wait your turn.
Oh, Saint Mead, can you something about prayers?
Get on, Sister Daphne.
Yeah, wait your turn.
Sisters, please.
Saint Mead, I heard you were here. Is it really you?
Yes, my child. It is me.
Well, I could use a new boiler. I can't cook the soup or boil long johns in the leaky thing I've got.
You're butting in, sister.
We were here first.
Take a number.
Saint Mead, it's truly you.
The other sisters are down below. We do believe.
And we are hoping you're willing to intercede for us.
I can sure use the new scientific instruments for the betterment of mankind, of course.
And I would certainly hope that you are willing to lead us down the path to find an easier way to make money. Other than my hands. My fingers are worn out.
Sisters! You must all be patient.
But you're a saint. You can work miracles.
But we've got a limit.
What limit?
One miracle per abbey?
Well, then mine comes first because I'm top dog.
Only because you have the loudest bark.
Am I mother did the new
I don't know what good that will do.
It will lure Sir Cuthbert Cleaver into the Abbey so we can escape through the unguarded entrance.
Nothing on paper is going to be strong enough to lure him here.
Oh yeah? What about a letter of love from his Lady Emma? Dear Cuddy,
Cuddy? I blush already.
I've made a terrible mistake. I love you. I want you. Meet me in the chapter house in 5 minutes, and I'll run away with you forever. Big, wet kisses. Emma.
Lady Emma, what a maliciously mischievous missive. But how will we deliver it?
Sisters!
Talking to me?
Yeah, we haven't seen you at St. Mead's before. Are you postulants?
Postulate? Who are you calling a loose woman?
Anyway, do you see that man standing below by the door?
Yeah, I see him.
Would you be so kind as to give him this message? A ravishingly beautiful maiden asks that it be delivered to his hands alone.
And don't get any bright ideas about reading it.
Reading it, that's hilarious.
So far, so good. Now, we'll wait in the main hall by the door and run out when Sir Cuthbert Cleaver races into the abbey.
You mean Cuddy?
Any sign of him? No, it's like he vanished into thin air.
He's a saint. He's supposed to vanish.
Have you guys seen St. Mead?
A short while ago.
Right here.
This is where his aura is concentrated. I can feel his presence.
Your whistle's just too tight.
If you'll excuse us. Where do you two think you're going?
We've got to see a man about
What?
what was it again, Sister Helen?
A man about a play.
A play? I've seen a play. A holy mystery where good triumphs over evil. That kind of play, ladies?
It's a mystery to me.
Oh, Sisters Helen and May, our prayers are answered.
What are you talking about?
What a splendid idea.
What idea?
Don't be so modest. The idea of having a show to raise Sir Cuthbert Cleaver's taxes, it's brilliant.
We're going to put on a show?
What are we going to show?
A little song, a little dance, a couple of jokes. Let's take a chance.
A little zip, a lot of dash, lots of smiles, and lots of cash.
Well, Reverend Mother, and you thought my ideas were out of line? We are a cloistered order. We work and we pray.
But we won't have a place to work and pray unless we come up with that extra £100. It'll be just like church, except for we won't have to kneel.
And I'm sure the good Lord wouldn't mind a few songs and dances.
Please.
Okay. But we're gonna have to fast for 5 days straight afterwards, and everybody has to have a job.
Sister Petronella and I will go to the village and announce the show. And I'll take care of the food. And I'll make some more meat.
I'll decorate.
And you, Sisters Helen and May, since you two were the ones that came up with the idea, you'll write the script.
Write the script.
Reverend Mother, that's a lot of work.
Make sure it's light, tight, and bright, and the name is Marge.
You and your bright ideas.
You're the one who came up with it. Shh, I think I hear someone coming.
So, my budding beauty, my lilting lovely, my hot toddy, come to Cuthbert. Lady Emma, I got your message. She likes to play games, Nick. I like that in a woman. Come out, wherever you are.
Hey, boss, those are the ones that gave me the letter.
And that scent, that sweet scent of jasmine.
Hey, you two, stop!
'Tis my true love, Lady Emma.
Run!
You idiot.
Hey, don't go around hitting nuns.
You let them slip right through your fingers. Come
Oh,
on.
God, an ace and right in the skirt!
food. What is this ridiculously revitalizing refreshment?
It's mead. We named it after you.
It is a real honey. I shall have another.
For a saint, you certainly are thirsty.
Saints are people tell.
Saint Mead, what were you doing in the root cellar?
Rooting around.
I fear you not found what you seek.
Seek? No, good lady, I have not found what I seek.
Can I be of service?
This meat has emboldened me. It has made me feel on top of the world. It's Lord and Master.
Saint Mead, such words are blasphemy.
I don't mean them literally, but as you can tell, this meat has unleashed my tongue. And to this end, good lady, fetch Sister Helen here.
Why?
Because she is the object of my affection.
Saint Mead, you no longer are a mortal man. You no longer have the desires you once did. Desires you obviously cast into the fires of hell, where they belong.
I fished them out. They are a bit charred, but as you can tell, they are still all there. Now fetch Sister Helen here.
Okay, okay.
Norman, what are you doing?
Oh dear, he appears to have drunk too much mead.
Give me that.
I want a sippy poo.
Norman, we've got to get the coat to Sir Cuthbert Cleaver or I shall lose everything.
And you'll lose the first paying job you've had in months.
The Sir Cuthbert Cleaver needs no wedding coat.
Why not?
He shan't be marrying.
He shan't.
He shan't?
I'm going to marry the littling lovely Lady Emma.
You? A common tailor?
Why laugh you so loudly and so long?
That's because, Norman, she's a lady. You're a commoner. Commoners don't marry ladies. Commoners don't even talk to ladies.
Then we'll just have to change that, won't we? Now, give me my sippy poo.
We must do something. He could ruin everything for Emma.
Let's get him to the root cellar until the wedding is over. Norman, let's go find some more meat. This cup's empty.
But my cup ran over just moments ago.
Well, it's running on empty now.
Feed, my kingdom must have made.
Oh, kind sir, you wouldn't strike on the poor nun, would you?
Pardon me, milady.
Our tushy's touched.
1,000 upon 1,000 pardons, milady.
I forgive you. If you do one thing for me.
Anything for you, kind sister.
You know those fine young men who are your servants?
Nick, Rick, and Flick?
Yes. And because they are such fine young men, I want you to give them 50 gold pieces and 2 weeks of pure leisure.
As you wish, kind Wait a second.
Great disguise, huh, boss?
50 gold pieces in 2 weeks of doing nothing?
No harm in trying.
You lame brain. Find any trace of Lady Emma?
I fear I have not seen hide nor hairs of her.
Nor have I.
Perhaps she has fled.
I think not, for the horses are all still here.
That's right, my back is still aching.
They hide somewhere in the abbey, and methinks we ought to hide too.
You thinks we should?
Methinks behind these pillars.
You think's good, boss?
So, how's the advertising blitz going?
Blitz?
I think she means blitz, like a crepe.
I'm not talking about a crepe, Krusty. Did you just spread the word about the show tomorrow night?
Oh, Reverend Marge. We walked high and low through the village.
Hear ye, hear ye. The little sisters of St. Mead request the honor of your presence for entertainment suitable for one and all.
That's gonna draw 'em in.
Well, we must maintain dignity.
No. Here's what you gotta do. Give me a beat. If you want to see a show that knocks your socks off, come to the Abbey. There won't be no awkward class. We will show you what nuns can do. That's why we got one heck of a show for you.
Reverend Mother, that was shocking.
That is exactly how you get butts in the seats.
Are you feeling okay? Maybe I should get you some tea.
Can it, Krusty? We have a show to rehearse. Where are Sisters Helen and May?
I was looking for them myself.
I hope they're gonna tell us what to do.
Yeah, because I've never been in a show before.
No one has. No one's ever done a show before.
Then we're in on the ground floor.
Ground floor. Oh, I wish that bright light would return and Reverend Mother would become her old self once again.
We have a script here.
So, Rogers and Hammerstein, what have you come up with?
We hope you can read our writing. We were in a bit of a rush.
Oh my. So what do we do now?
Well, we're going to use this area as a stage and do our singing and acting up here.
The audience will sit out there.
And the seats are gonna be filled, right, Aggie and Petronella?
Right, Reverend Mother.
And now we're going to open with a dance. Good, we can dance to a sacred hymn.
Not exactly.
Something a bit livelier.
When the saints go marching in.
That's got a nice ring to it.
Let's give it a try.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Stop! Girls, we have got to liven it up a little. You know, get your shoulders moving. Gotta get your feet moving.
The Harlem Shake.
We'll rehearse. And once the opening number's open, Reverend Mother and Daphne do the honors.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Nuisance.
Nuisance who?
What's new since yesterday? I don't get it.
New since yesterday?
Well, Sister Daphne, the big news since yesterday is that we're putting on a show.
Our first show ever.
And we're gonna make sure everybody enjoys themselves. Say, Sister Daphne, what do you get when you cross a monster and a ghost?
I don't know. What do you get?
An animal that eats your path to your door. Say, Sister Daphne, what do you get when you cross a monster and an owl?
I don't know. What do you get?
A monster that frightens people and doesn't give a hoot. Say, Sister Daphne, what do you get when you cross a monster and a rabbit?
Reverend Mother.
I don't know, but you'd have hundreds in a month.
Reverend Mother. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Miniature.
Miniature who?
Miniature, open your mouth, you put your foot in it.
That'll be enough out of you, Sister Daphne. And now it is time for Sisters Agatha, Petronella, and Matilda to give us a dance.
You see how the show goes?
There are lots more songs, jokes, magic, and even a little game show section.
We asked people from the audience to come up and play Wheel of Misfortune.
Sounds like we'll need that.
I imagine we'd better study our parts.
Good thinking, Tildy.
Excuse me, sisters? Is there a section in here where I can talk about scientific discoveries?
I think you have a whole segment on page 4.
Oh, I see. At the center of our solar system and loving it.
You know, if I can find St. Mead, I'm sure he'd love to appear as a guest.
Sister Daphne, St. Mead is dead. He doesn't do guest appearances.
But he asked for Sisters Helen and May.
St. Mead did?
He said the mead and bolded him.
Oh, Sister Helen, could it be?
He said he was going to wait right here, but he must have gone down for some more mead. I'll go find that silly saint.
The rest of us better get out to the garden and learn these lines. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Harmony.
Harmony who?
Harmony, knock, knock. Joe Goose checks even know.
Oh, May, could it be? My true love in the guise of a saint?
A bit unorthodox, but anything's possible.
My heart quickens in its beat.
Those are just the beans we had for lunch, dear.
No, truly. If I could only figure out something to do with Sir Cuthbert Cleaver.
How about...
May, that's absolutely perfect!
Lady Emma, it's not nice to whisper in front of other people.
Lady Emma. Oh, sir, I fear you're mistaken. I'm Sister Helen Dale from St. Bertie's in Begonia.
And I am Sister May Olay from the same abbey.
You're Lady Emma Chalfont, and you're her maid, May.
Sir, I do protest.
And you, my dear, are to be my wife tomorrow.
But I've taken the veil.
Take it off.
But I've taken the vows.
We'll disavow them.
I've sworn to obedience, poverty, and chastity.
Words, words, words. Mere words.
Come, Sister Helen, we are forbidden to speak with men.
Unhand me, sir!
'Tis a beautiful hand.
Not in the likes of your callous-clutching digits.
'Tis mine nonetheless. And tomorrow at noon we shall be wed.
I'd sooner die.
Alas, that is the last thing you can't do.
Or else you lose everything.
How would you know that if you are not made the maid?
Oh, word gets around.
Methinks I shall hide you away in the tower until the wedding hour.
No, let go of me!
I shall take you to the tower, there to doff this habit and try on your wedding gown.
I don't have a gown.
A surprise! I had a terribly timid tailor fashion a fancy foo-foo for you.
Oh, milady, what shall I do?
Pray to St. Mead, he'll know what to do.
I understand, milady.
Come along, my sweet.
I'm dragged to his feet, where's the dead? Help, help, help!
Help is on the way, milady.
Oh, sister!
Aren't you Sister Euphemia?
From Saints Hughes.
Oh, it's nice to meet you, but, I must find St. Mead before it's too late.
Saints Mead? I just left him.
Oh, please, take me to him.
My pleasure, good sister. Right that way.
No, stop! I think we should practice our dance. I think you're right.
He's slipperier than an eel.
Maybe he went that way.
Wait, wait. That scent. That wonderful scent of jasmine.
Lady Emma.
Follow that scent, and we'll have them both.
Well, Nick, she's locked in the tower to await tomorrow.
You're so bad, boss.
And your little cutie?
Bound and gagged. She won't say a thing.
Good. We'll keep them both quiet, and then...
What do you mean, boss?
Lady Emma's high-strung as a nervous filly. She'll be nothing but trouble. I shall wed her, and then she shall meet with an untimely accident. My rabid Rottweilers will ravage her rotting bones. And then I shall inherit as the grieving widower.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Disguise.
Disguise who?
Disguise the limit, boss.
Thank you, Sister Crustacean, for that wonderful recipe.
Never knew her pies had so many guts.
She'll be selling her liver and guts pies for lunch, so load up. Yum, yum, yum.
And now, join us for a dance number from all of us, the Sisters of St. Mead.
Oppan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Oppan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Oppan Gangnam Style. Hold it, lady. Oppan Gangnam Style. Hold it, lady.
the big gray animals with the long ears that go all the way to the ground.
That's Dumbo. They have very flat feet, you know.
How come?
From always jumping out of trees.
Why is that?
They also have very wrinkly knees.
Why is that?
From always playing marbles.
But I bet you don't know why they lie on their backs with their feet on the air.
Well, how else do you trip the birds?
Reverend Mother Marge, I think it's time for our next presentation.
I think you're right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Sister Petronella to enlighten us on the center of our solar system. Hello, all you smart people who are about to be a lot smarter in just a few moments. With the help of Sister Matilda, I'm going to explain the universe to you.
That's right, the universe.
The center of the universe is the planet Earth. This is the planet we live on. It is completely flat, like a large pizza. In some places, we have sauce, which we call water. And then we have snow, just like mozzarella cheese. Then we have forests, just like green peppers. And then there are olives. But they don't mean anything, because I asked for a pizza with no olives. Anyways, here's the Earth. Over the Earth is a blue covering, which we call the sky. It is mainly covered in clouds, but once in a while, Mr. Sun comes shining out. Primitive people used to think that they should worship the sun. They thought that the sun was the most important thing in the universe. But those people are dead now. We are much more advanced and sophisticated. We know that the sun is just a giant light that revolves around the Earth like this. We don't see the sun all day because it turns itself off at night. Then the moon comes and revolves around the Earth like this. So you see, the universe is very easy to explain and to understand, as long as you don't ask any questions. You know something, Sister Petronella? You're nuts. The Earth is not the center of our solar system. Reverend Mother, that's heresy. Heresy? It's the truth. The Earth is round, so is the sun, so is the other 8 planets. 8, 9 in all! That's right, and they all revolve around the sun.
Reverend Mother, where did you get such ideas?
A flying saucer. I remember. It was a flying saucer. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll have to excuse Reverend Marge. She's feeling a bit under the weather. No, you don't understand. They had needles and human brains and jars of them, and it wasn't right. It was just scary.
Well, I think it's time for our next presentation. A game show hosted by none other than Sisters Agatha and Sister Crustacea.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, guys and gals. It's time to play Wheel of Misfortune. First, we need a few volunteers from the audience. You, madam.
You mean I get to do something?
Yes. Come up here. And stand right here.
Gosh, I've never done anything before.
And now we need another volunteer. You, sir.
You've got to be kidding me. Cuthbert Cleaver doesn't play games. He plays for keeps.
If you're too chicken to play,
You can't blackmail me into playing your silly game.
I've never done anything before.
Say that again, and it'll be the last time you do anything. Understand?
and we need a final player.
I'll play Sister Krusty.
I object.
Why, Sir Cleaver?
She's a nun.
Can't a nun have any fun?
This is gambling, isn't it?
Oh no, it's a word game.
Who let you out of the tower?
You left the key in the lock. I've been out for hours.
Drat! But perhaps a friendly competition between husband and wife will be titillating?
We're not husband and wife yet.
A surprise! The finale of this debacle is our marriage.
'Tis your own misfortune, my worthy opponent.
I've never done anything before.
There's always a first time.
All right, contestants, I'm going to show you a card with the word on it. Some of the letters are missing. The first one of you who guesses the word correctly gets to choose a curse to be visited on one of the other players.
All the curses are on this wheel.
You each got a bell to ring when you know the word.
Everyone ready? First word, please.
Yes, Sir Cleaver?
That's too easy.
What's the word?
Stain.
Oh, that's not right.
What do you mean it's
not
sta-
stain.
It's stain if I say it's stain.
Rain? That's absolutely correct.
That can't be rain. Rain is spelled R-A-N-E.
You should have learned to spell better, Sir Cleaver.
Now you get to spin the wheel. Oh my. Now which of these contestants will you have this curse visited upon?
Sir Cleaver.
It's the itching curse.
It's an old wives' tale.
Round and round the nabby stitch makes Sir Cleaver itch and itch, and may he scratch a minute or two, and then the spell you will undo.
Nonsense! Even with your cheesy sound effect. Wait a minute. Stop that. Stop it.
The wheel of misfortune has struck again.
I've never done anything before.
Maybe it'll be your turn next to spin the wheel. And now for our next one.
I'm still itching.
Whose misfortune is that?
Our next word is right here.
Yes, Sir Cleaver?
House.
Oh, that's not right. There's no R in house.
That's an R? I thought it was a U. I demand better signs. She's cheating.
Yes, my good lady?
Horse. That's absolutely correct. Bravo. Now you get to spin the wheel.
She cheated. I'm spinning the wheel, and the curse is on Lady Emma.
Since you didn't win, the curse will be on you, Sir Cleaver.
We'll see about that. The best friend curse.
Oh no!
Oh yes. B5 fog turned the cursy's best friend into a frog. So much for May Maid.
Maid May? I thought it was Sister May.
She works like a maid.
But now she croaks like a frog.
Oh, Sister Helen, you were all right.
May, where have you been?
Bound and gagged with this horribly hostile helper, Nick, Flick, Mick, I don't know what his name was. But suddenly the bonds were broken, and before me sat a frog.
I don't believe it.
'Tis truly a wheel of misfortune.
Enough of this. I've played games far too long, Lady Emma.
'Tis Sister Helen from Begonia.
Oh, for shame.
She truly is no nun.
Her hair is so beautifully radiant.
In our order, we get shampoo.
Shampoo?
Shampoo? What's that?
Finally. Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. We're not nuns. Calm down.
Enough of this. Bring in the wedding jacket. Bring in the wedding gown. Make way for the priest. We marry this instant.
Oh, my lady!
My poor daughter is found.
Mother, you're losing a daughter.
I prefer to think of it as gaining a son.
A sunstroke, maybe.
Don't say anything, my dear, that you will regret in a few minutes.
Before we proceed with the wedding, you know, we have a surprise guest. And here he is performing some of the greatest magic ever known to man, Mead the Magnificent!
And now I shall need a volunteer from the audience.
Me.
You, sir, will be absolutely perfect.
I didn't volunteer.
You would disappoint the audience?
Take her.
Must be a man. For we begin with the wedding jacket. With the wedding jacket.
That's my wedding jacket.
Then try it on. See if it fits right.
It better, or that tailor will lose his head.
Now, if you would be so kind as to cross your arms. Perfect.
Wait a minute. Release me.
But this is part of the magic.
Release me if you value your life.
And now, ladies and gentlemen,
Corner it! Capture it! The spell has very little time!
'Tis Flick. Help me, Flick.
I hate frogs.
They have thwart!
Heaven help us.
Cut the ropes, Flick. Cut the ropes.
and now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to make this idiot disappear.
Idiot? Did you call me an idiot?
I don't think so. Now, if this beautiful young lady would give me a hand. Oh, why, thank you. Ready? Alakazam, Alakazi, make Sir Cleaver vanish before you and me.
Yes, what's happening?
Who is that? Where's Cuthbert?
I don't know.
Yuck. What am I doing eating a fly? Hey. How did I get here?
Your newly disappeared master cursed you.
Cuthbert connivingly cursed my carcass?
What do you sense? Disappeared.
Bravo, meet the magnificent.
I thank you, Lady Emma.
But now whom will my poor daughter marry?
Her husband awaits without.
Without what?
Without!
Go, Emma, go!
What if Cleaver's playing a trick?
Yeah, he's good at that.
Just go!
You know, this could be a con or setup, a scam.
Are those bad?
Yeah, and I think the magician is guilty of them all. Let's get to the bottom of this.
Guys, we gotta get out of here.
Now, how did I get back here?
Wasn't my fault.
Which way did they go?
I don't do anything but carry signs, sir.
Oh, they did they? Untie me so I can pursue them.
I don't make a living doing good deeds.
There's a gold coin in my jacket pocket. If you untie me, it's yours.
This pocket?
That pocket.
You're sure?
I'm sure.
Snakes!
Wrong pocket.
What are you doing impersonating a magician?
Anything to win my true love.
She shan't fall for you.
She shan't.
She shan't.
But she will fall for Mead, the Magnificent.
Oh dear sir, you've led me on a goose chase.
'Tis stupidest ghost in the kingdom.
Let me get a gander at your face.
'Tis as ugly as a warthog's bottom.
But he's done me such a great service in ridding me of Sir Cuthbert Cleaver. Where did he go?
A world between this and the next, good lady.
Then he shan't return?
You shan't. Does that make you happy?
Yes, of course. But you said my beloved waits without.
Without what?
Who's your beloved, my lady?
I thought when I saw the wedding coat.
A man skilled in a craft.
Yes,
A man plain of face, but loving of heart.
yes, yes,
A gentleman.
yes, yes, yes.
A man who'd make a fine companion in both good times
You're
and
describing
bad.
the St. Bernard.
My assistant is about to vanish.
I am.
Either you vanish on your own, or I will make you vanish.
'Tis a smart man who knows how to disappear.
So, Master Magician, whither went my love? You must know him, for you have described him perfectly.
But of course, no one is perfect.
Sir, I would not expect perfection except in myself.
Oh, and you are perfect.
You make me blush.
You are perfectly beautiful, and perfectly kind, and perfectly perfect.
Sir, you're causing my heart to race.
You're the most perfectly perfect person I've ever perchance to ponder.
It pounds. Remove your mask and reveal yourself, for you are my love.
Oh, but Lady Emma, I fear I'm... Oh gosh.
Be not afraid.
The kids at school did not call me Chickenheart for nothing.
You must face your fears.
But you're a perfectly perfect posy, and I'm simply a deathly thorn.
Not to me. These hands, these skilled hands, I'd know them anywhere.
You would?
You're my butcher.
What?
My candle maker.
Oh, you mock me, my lady.
Barney the baker?
Madam, I'm crushed.
Then perhaps this will stitch your breaking heart back together. Norman the tailor.
No hanky-panky in the Abbey.
Oh, but Reverend Mother, they're in love.
We are, Sister Daphne.
With a tailor? Emma, are you out of your mind?
Can't you see it, Lady Chalfont?
Their faces are all aglow.
But your dowry, wasted on a craftsman?
Just think, Lady Chalfont, you'll never have to sew another stitch.
Lady Emma, you're not sure about this Chickenheart, are you?
Gerald, you blabbermouth.
I see no chicken, Gerald, but I do see a heart.
Ooh, break it up, you two. You're gonna set this place on fire. This girl is on
The priest waits without to wed the happy couple.
Ooh, and I haven't seen a couple this happy since I wed my first husband, Lord Locksley.
Mother, that was your third husband.
Oh, gracious.
I have this thing about knights in shining armor. Lovely to look at, nice to hold.
But they come back from battles in boxes before they get too old.
Then maybe a tailor's just the right match.
A match made in heaven.
But what the devil's he doing here?
Norman, I thought you made him disappear.
That was a magic act, Emma, honey. It wasn't reality.
But this is reality. You're a lousy tailor. That thing never did fit me right. Let's see what kind of swordsman you are.
I flunked swordsblade school.
Time for a remedial lesson.
But I only have a tape measure.
That's too easy.
Cleaver, you can't be serious.
On guard.
Be careful, Norman!
Come back, boy.
Get him, Tiger! Come on, Norman!
You've hemmed your last hem, stitched your last stitch, cut your last sleeve.
You shut up and run me through already.
No! Cleaver, if you've got one decent bone in your body, please spare him.
Bones, how do you feel about that? Not one decent one.
Let's get him, girls.
Well, what can we do?
Yeah, you're just women.
Ooh, just women?
Boss,
Just
boss.
women, huh? We can fight too. You're done. Still. You're not here.
Release me.
Yeah, we can do it.
Nick, Rick, Flick, is that you?
Yeah, boss.
I don't think I'm the marrying type.
Gosh, I wish I could do something. Take that for all your evil ways.
Good job. Just like last Friday night.
Is everyone all right?
Whatever it is gone.
And look, they took Sir Cleaver.
Boss, where are you?
Not a trace of him left.
Good riddance, I say.
I wonder where he went.
You're a better magician than I thought, Norman.
Yeah, I guess I do have some pretty strong powers.
Are you okay, Reverend Mother?
I believe I am.
Way to go, girl!
Sister Daphne, we do not speak such gibberish here at the Abbey of Little Sisters of St. Maid. What has come over you?
Marge, sup, girl?
Marge? I am Mother Margareta. Show me the respect due me. You're back. I never left, but I will admit, a few things are a bit hazy.
Everything from last Friday night?
Whatever could have happened to me?
Do you remember the part about a wedding that is supposed to take place right now?
We'd better hurry before anything else happens.
You never know when Sir Cleaver's gonna pop up again.
I don't think he'll be back for a long, long time.
I'll miss the guy. Just kidding.
Anyway, thank you so much for all the hard work. I'm so proud of you guys. Thank you.